So, I want to say thank you to Patty Marie, like always, for putting on this wonderful workshop. And thank you to all of you who are still here, sticking around. I see we have some empty seats. Little do they know they're about to miss out on some good information. So, I'm supposed to talk to you about the grow paint. I'm going to implement that here in just a minute, and I've got to do this in like 15 minutes. So bear with me, get your pens down to your paper, or your recorders, or whatever, because I'm going to probably talk really, really fast. So, Anthony's tagging me in something. Are you still in here? Hi! So what I want to talk to you about this year is something that kind of came to my mind over the last year, because I've had a lot of, I've gone through a big business transition in the past year with a hospitalization and a death, actually a couple of deaths in the family and a back injury. I needed to make the most of what I could do, because I wasn't doing 15 shows a month anymore. So the sales, you know, can kind of drop when you're not doing 15 shows a month anymore. So with that, I really kind of got a new perspective on things. And you hear so much about show average and show average and show average, you know. And I know some of you have probably heard a little tidbit of this on a video that Patty posted a few weeks ago. But I wanted to share it with you this evening because I think this is so important, especially for the new consultants in the room. Can you raise your hand really quick if you're like brand new consultant, first time conference person? Okay, so, oh my God, that's fantastic. So here's the thing, and listen closely. Do not stress about your show average right now. Do you hear me? Okay. What I'm going to teach you tonight should take care of that with no problem. So here's the thing. And those of you that have been in the business, if your show average isn't high, I'm going to help you with that too, okay? So here's the thing. I want you to focus on your per customer average. What is each one of your customers spending? If you have 10 people at a show and you have a $400 show that is a $40 per customer average, that's not good enough, okay? And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm telling you, it's not good enough. Your per customer average should be at least the guest special, in my opinion. And I always try to get it to a $100 customer average. That is my customer average, is $100, if not a little higher. So the way you do that is very simple. You are going to demo the right product, right? And what are we demoing? The real brand, that's right, and the double burner. Okay, here goes. I want you right now to raise your hand if you are only demoing the single burner grill pan.
Oh.
Okay.
Be afraid. Very afraid.
So, if you can't afford it, you go do your own show this month, and you get it, the double burner, 60% off, okay? And I'm going to tell you why, and you can write this down. You can always sell down, you can't always sell up. Got it? So, if you demo the double burner, and here's my verbiage for this during the show, I'll say, if you look on the left side, you'll see the double burner grill pan set. If you look on the right side, you'll see the single burner grill pan set. So here's kind of the general rule with one you should buy. If you're feeding 1 or 2 people on a very regular basis, and you don't feed anybody else the rest of the year, then you can go with the single burner grill pan. If you feed 3 or more people, or you do a lot of cooking, and I give the example because I have the perfect example, my mother is a rancher's wife. So it's just the 2 of them, but she has to cook for all of his workers. So, where I live is in San Antonio, and if y'all know anything about the demographic down there, they all congregate on Saturdays and Sundays, and 1 or 2 people is doing all the cooking for like 20 people. So that's that person that does a lot of cooking. So you have to give them that visual like, oh my God, she's right, I do all the holiday cooking, so I need the double burner. And then I tell them the whole reason the double burner was created was so you can do your protein and your vegetables at the exact same time. So you can have that dinner in 10 minutes or less. So then you look back at it and say, so now you're going to make a decision. If you're really only cooking for 1 or 2, then go ahead and go with the single burner, because I don't try to sell them something they really won't fully utilize. I'm not going to be that person ever. But if they do any kind of cooking, or they do like mass amounts of cooking where they're prepping for like the whole week's worth of food, then go with a double burner grill pan, right? So, you right now, if you were only taking the single burner grill pan, and I know that that's what comes in your kit, might get it, because you can use that at home too. You can even take both of them to your shows if you want to, and don't tell me they're too heavy. So, The double burner is what you should be demoing by far. Alrighty, so those of you that right now that don't own it, and you're only demoing the single grill pan, tell me right now, Tenille? I'm getting the double burner. There you go. So, I demo at every single show. I demo the rock rock, I demo the grill pan, I demo the food processor, typically the salad choppers as well. And then I intermix the other stuff. Sometimes I have the all-purpose pot if I'm doing my chicken enchilada tacos. Sometimes I have the rock grill stone to go with it if I'm doing my breakfast for dinner demo. So you have got to have those 3 to 4 main products every single demo you're doing. And I'm going to hurt some of your feelings right now, but I really don't care. So here's the thing. If you're doing ice cream and brownie shows, you should stop. I'll tell you why. Because they don't eat ice cream and brownies for dinner. Am I right? You have to be real. So I was talking to a fellow consultant of mine, I don't know if she's in here, but we were brainstorming the other day, and I told her, I said, stop doing the ice cream shows. Because she's like, I got to get my sales up. I said, stop doing the ice cream shows, right? So here's the thing, you've got to demo something they're actually going to fix for dinner. They want solutions for dinner, for breakfast, for lunch. That's what they're looking for. They can't make their dinner in the ice cream maker. Don't get me wrong. I'm loving the ice cream maker. I own 4 of them, all right? And I have got recipes. You just wait till I finish this recipe booklet. I'm adding on to Tiffany Foreman's recipe booklet right now. And the best one so far is the maple bacon, baby. That's right. So back to reality here. So the point is this. You have to demo something that's absolutely relatable, something that they know that they can fix their family dinner in. Get them the extra stuff later when they host their party. So then at my shows I kind of say, try to figure out which one you want to start with tonight. Are you a one-pot meal kind of person, or do you like your food separated and not touching one another? Because then you're going to go with the grill pan. So if you're a one-pot kind of person, then let's start you off with the rock, and then we're going to book your show, and you're going to get your grill pan free 50% off or 60% off, okay? So that's the thing, is you're setting up the that's right, that they're going to have it all. That's right, thank you. So, that because in my mind, we're not done with this customer until they have everything in the catalog, okay? And that should be your way of thinking as well. So if they don't host a party now, they're going to host it later. They're going to do a virtual show. We just got into virtual shows too. I will say, I'm kind of excited about them. But my assistant does that. So that's a whole other thing. So, and if you want more about that, just catch me after this training. So I still do cooking shows. I love cooking shows, but I really had to cut back on the numbers. So we're going to kind of get back to that concept. It's about making the most out of the party that you're at. If you're a consultant, you're only doing 2 cooking shows a month. You want to get the most out of those 2 cooking shows that you can, right? So if you're only going to leave your house twice a week, you might as well leave for 15 people rather than 5 people. And that is where your host coaching is going to come in. I know that Tammy said it earlier, and I'm going to kind of elaborate a little bit more on it. I do have a host coaching system that I absolutely love. I know I need to add some more stuff to it. We'll get that updated soon. But I love it. I don't have to talk to this person from the time they book the party to the time I knock on their door. Everything is done through text messaging. Everything. And so, but the host coaching is so important because you set the standard as far as what you're expecting as far as head count goes. You're sending them a weekly reminder. You're letting them know that you stay engaged with them. You haven't forgotten about their party. They're not forgetting about the party they're having with you. Host coaching is so, so important to make the most of that show. So, you want 15 people at your party, so that when you build that $100 a person customer average, then you end up with a $1,500 show. And if you do that twice a month, you've got $3,000 in sales in 1 month with 2 shows. In my month in May, I think I did, 6 or 7 shows? I had $12,000 in sales. I know, I sat back and I'm like, what the heck? I mean, I only want to work 6 times a month. Why wouldn't you, right? And still do 12 grand in sales. And so I'm like really brainstorming about this. And that's the thing is, you just got to work that host coaching. You've got to get those attendees there. You've got to make the most out of that person that's sitting right there. If you are not demoing enough product, you're not giving them enough stuff to buy. That's the thing. I demo almost $1,400 worth of product at my show. I don't mess Am I breaking my shoulder? Probably, but I've got good customer show average, right? So maybe that's why I needed injections a few weeks ago. So, but I can afford the injections, just saying. All right, just saying. So, I don't believe in carry less and sell more. I believe you should carry more in order to sell more, but I think you get more out of that as well, because you're not only just going to get higher per customer sales, you're going to get more bookings, because you're going to give them something they can buy that night, and you're going to give them something that they can book for as well. So I'm kind of, like I said, elaborating on that little video I did the other day. So I want you to make the most out of the shows that you have. So if you're doing 8 shows a month, that's great. Then why not pull, $15,000, $13,000, $16,000 out of those 8 shows, okay? Now, these little cute ice cream parties and stuff, turn them into workshops. Here's the idea. You ready? Because I'm getting ready to do this. So, you have a dessert workshop is what you do. And you set a registration package that contains whether it's the ice cream maker, or whether it's the ice cream sandwich maker, or the brownie pan, or the whipped cream maker, whatever you want your registration package to be. Create it. That's what they have to buy in order to come to your workshop. And then that day, you're teaching them all different ways to make desserts. So you may have 2 people making brownies in the brownie pan. You may have other 2 people making pineapple upside down cakes in the brownie pan. You may have other 2 people making cold kind of brownie, pan desserts. So they're not trying to get 8 pans in one oven. So you see where I'm going with this? So that you're the hostess, you're the consultant, you're making the money, you're getting the free product off of it, but you're still getting that product out to people. So raise the interest at the shows on that product, but don't make the show all about that product, okay? You can still talk about product just because it's not what you're demoing. I can sell an ice cream maker without even taking it to a show. I've got to take it to a show. Because one, it's too hard to keep the thing cold on the trip to the person's house, right? And the other thing is sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't work depending on the coldness. So don't set yourself up to look stupid. Set yourself up to look smart, okay? So, demo something you know that's going to work every single time. Because it's hard to sell a can opener that doesn't open the can. Am I right? Exactly. So if the ice cream maker doesn't make ice cream that night, we're not serving malts and milkshakes out of it. That's my point. So, work on the number of shows that you do. Work on your head count. That's most important. Demo enough product. The right product. And I don't mean just like enough. I'm not saying take the whole catalog. You don't have to take the whole catalog. You have to take the right product. And the right product, your recipe is based on that product. Those of you that have heard me say that before, it is so true. Don't go pick a recipe out of the season's best and be like, this is what I'm cooking right now, because your product's going to completely change. You take the recipe, and the product you want to demo is going to dictate your recipe. My hostess never has control over the recipe, ever, ever, ever. In fact, when they ask me, they're like, hey, so what are we cooking? I'm like, it's based on your head count. Based on your head count. I'm going to touch base with you 2 days before your show. More than likely, I already know what I'm cooking. But that makes them think, I've got, if I have 10 people, then I get this, then I'm going to make this. If I have 20 people, because I do have a recipe I go straight to if it's more than 16 or 17 people, it's my chicken enchilada tacos. Because that can cook, thank you, because that must be my team doing that. So, because I can double, triple, and quadruple that recipe very, very easily and not break the bank. Lately, I've been doing my breakfast for dinner demo, which I've been doing my grilled cinnamon rolls, which are awesome. And let me tell you what, you can do 16 cinnamon rolls in that double burner grill pan in 6 minutes. Forget the oven, people. Doesn't even have to get hot in your house, right? If you haven't, there's a video somewhere. If not, we're getting ready to post my my breakfast for dinner demo. We finally got it all on video the other day. So we're going to be posting that soon too, so you can check that out if you want to. But I do grilled cinnamon rolls with sliced strawberries. I do an omelet, either an omelet ring based on head count or an omelet braid. And then I do a blueberry muffin bake in the rock because it only takes 5 minutes. That's right, I just trumped the chocolate cake. Just want y'all to know that. Yes, 5 minutes in the rock. So, what did I say now? So we're going to do good head counts because we're going to have good host coaching, right? And then on top of good, so when we have our good head count, then we're going to, and we demo the right product, that's going to equal higher customer sales, per customer sales. Your average per customer is going to go up. When that goes up, the whole equation comes together, and guess what? Your show average goes up. So I don't want you to worry about your show average right now. I want you to worry about your head count, and I want you to worry about what you're taking to your show. Now, I always offer, obviously we have the $75 special that Pampered Chef offers, and then I have the $100 grab bag that I do at all of my shows. And then if somebody buys a double burner grill pan set or the single burner set, which I see is going away, but that's okay because I sell typically double burner sets, then I give them a free trivet, the red trivet. That's a Tenille thing, and I tell them that that's a Tenille special, so you can't go to somebody else's show and get a free trivet. So you go, my show tonight, you buy that, I'm going to add it to your order, it's completely free. Because that's a little extra bonus, and they need it. They really need that trivet. If y'all don't know that, you need it because it sticks to cloth out of the past. If you're not paying attention, it's on top of your chicken breast before you know it. So I promise it happened in the middle of the show, so that was just humiliating. So the next thing that I wanted, so head count, demo the right product. Obviously the grill pan's the big thing for me. Recruiting. I'm gonna just do a little bit if you're okay with that. I left conference last year. I actually came to conference 2 years ago with the mindset of it's time to do something different with my business, and it's time to build my team. I was all about sales for several years, and I ended up having to leave that conference early. So when I came last year, I said, all right, let's try this again. So it's time to change things about my business. And it's kind of funny how the good Lord works, and I do take signs from him quite a bit. And I think things happen for a reason. So when I left conference, I had a really good September. It was like a $15,000 month. I had started signing on some new consultants, and then I landed in the hospital. And I was in the hospital for 6 days and had several weeks of recovery. And that really got me thinking, okay, I need to slow things down. So I really do need to focus on my team. So I'm going to cut back my number of shows and recruit some more. That's how I obtained my second Excellence Awards, was in recruiting. And first time ever. And I'm very excited about that. And I felt like, and I told Patty one night, I said, I'm not in the top 20 for sales this year. And I said, but I'm okay with that. I think I'm okay with that because I have a second Excellence Awards because my team is growing. So I may not be selling as much, but my team is growing. And I feel more satisfaction out of that than I feel with selling $18,000 in a month. And I can't tell these ladies enough how much I love them. For the first time ever, I have teammates at conference. For the first time ever. Obviously, they're first-time attendees, but my team is strong. And we're a family. That's what we are. I don't say welcome to the team. I say welcome to the family because I think of all of you as my family. So you never know when I'm going to knock on your door and need a place to sleep. Because we are family. And but that's everyone's introduced to the family. So recruiting is something that's gotten really big on my team lately. We are ready to take it I think to the next level. We're going to add some more people. We have a goal of 50 recruits this year, and we're headed towards it. So we're not giving up. We started our virtual side of the business because I really wanted the whole package. I didn't want just sales, I didn't want just recruiting, I didn't want to do just virtual or just cooking. I want to be able to have the whole package. And I feel like for the first time in almost 7 years, I am right there to having the whole package. Because I think that's what this business, that's what good business is being able to have the whole package. So I know I got off on the topic there just for a second, but I wanted to really kind of give you guys that idea as far as concentrating on your customer spent average versus your show average. Because once you tie all that stuff that I said at the beginning together, your show average will go up. I mean, you'll even stop looking at show average because now I look at my customer average. If I go to a show, and I still have shows that are under $500, and I some people are like, what? No, seriously, I do. And we all do. Don't let anybody tell you they never had a $300 show, because they do. Even the people in the top 20, they do. But the thing is this, if I have a $400 show and I have 4 people at that show, it's still a $100 customer average. That is still fantastic. So if you reach that and you have 4 people at a show and you have a $400 show, you better pat yourself on the back because you did a great job, okay? So don't think of that as a bad show.